Hello, my name is Nikos and I've been selling on Amazon for 4 years. The last 2 years I've been selling under my own brand, and because of this I've been able to have a revenue of 35,000 in just over the last 30 days. The holiday season hasn't even started and I'm already outperforming my last year results. One of the most common questions I get when I tell people that I sell on Amazon is, what do you actually sell? I used to answer with simply, I sell Barbies for a living. And of course the conversation would stop there. But now I can say I sell my own brand on Amazon, and I even provide it with my store card. You never know who you're going to meet out there. How did I start? Well, in all honesty, after getting married, buying a house, my car breaking down, I searched online. I literally typed how to make money online. Now, if you do the math, you'll find out that I could have easily clicked on a crypto video instead of Amazon FBA. So after many videos, I thought, well, I've nothing to lose. Let's put 500 quid towards this business and see what we can do. On a side note, to answer your question, I was simply too scared to open a limited company, and I didn't know at the time how simple it was and how simple it is to run. And I opened it as a sole trader and I ended up paying way too much tax. But that's a completely different story. If you ask, what was the first item you bought to sell? It was, believe it or not, a Take That DVD. I just started going around charity shops and buying all books and games and selling on Amazon. Yes, my YouTube algorithm was plagued with American YouTubers selling books, so hence why I just jumped on books. I didn't do bad, to be honest with yourselves. Cooking books and academic books were greatly and fine for me. But I needed something more stable, as the charity shops were closed by the time I'd finished work, so I could only source over the weekends. And if you're asking, why is eBay different than Amazon FBA? The big difference is the way Amazon FBA works. You send a box that contains multiple items that you would like to sell, and when that order comes through from an Amazon customer, then Amazon packs this order and ships it directly to them. You do not have to pack individually the items. Now, the other big difference is how eBay and Amazon works is that eBay has got next day payments, but with Amazon, you've got a 2-week period before you see the revenue into your bank account, just in case any Amazon customer requests a refund. So budgeting is very important. So after charity shops, the next step for me was simply retail arbitrage. In fact, if you go back to my oldest videos on YouTube, you'll find my first array finds. I just went to my local Sainsbury's, purchased items on clearance, then sold on Amazon. It wasn't rocket science, and I just made sure that the items had a low rank. Believe it or not, I was just using the Amazon seller app. I wish I had something like BuyBot Pro when I first started, as then I could have avoided a few purchases that simply didn't make any sense due to Amazon taking over the buy box, i.e. not sharing the sales with other sellers. Or simply identify potential intellectual property claims. If you sell some brands, the brand might not like it and hence issue a warning. And too many warnings or strikes into your account can lead to an account deactivation by Amazon. So yeah, BuyBot Pro is something that I wish I had when I first started. So the first hurdle of retail arbitrage was I wanted to start selling Lego. Well, I needed to get Ungated. Now, Ungating is the process of requesting to sell that brand. Nowadays, you can get Ungated on selling Lego simply by buying 10 keyrings from Lego Direct. But back in the day, you had to find a wholesaler. And you had to find a wholesaler that also provided 10 of the exact Lego item. At the time, it was quite tricky to find. Now, everyone knows how to find Harrison's Direct. And believe it or not, back in the day, and even to this day, people charge hundreds of pounds to say, here's a wholesaler called Harrison's Direct. Do not waste your time. Anyone can open an account with Harrison's Direct. They provide invoices, yeah, but if you pay for anyone and they give you Harrison's Direct as the point of contact for wholesaling, they're scamming you. In fact, my How to Get Ungated video is one of my most popular videos today. If you can spare a minute, go have a look at this worry-free dude, and have a laugh, and all the hoops that I had to jump in order to sell Lego on Amazon. So as you can see in the background, or if you've been watching for a while, you know that Lego and toys is my niche. It's a category that I specialize in. But there's one massive issue, and that is plain and simple, I wouldn't be able to plan my business revenue. Of course, I would sell a lot more in the holiday season than in March and May. So I had to find another niche. I was going from 23k down to 4k in a month. So it's a big, big difference. If you're already thinking, what niche shall I sell on? Well, you could simply use Google Trends and figure out if your niche is a seasonal item or it's an all year round seller. So I thought, well, let's try another niche. So beauty is a category that sells all year round. So that's why I jumped straight into it. And if you're thinking, well, I want to start with selling beauty, well, as mentioned, you can jump in and using Cogita. Now, Cogita is a brilliant website and you can use code Nikos100 to get 100 quid off your first order with them. It is a beauty wholesaler. And say, for example, you wanted to look for fragrances, so soap, oil, perfume and fragrances, you could simply download that catalog. So you can click download catalog, the catalog will be downloaded for yourselves, and then all you've got to do is simply upload it on a software. So say, for example, I'm going to upload it here for us. I'm going to upload it on BuyBot Pro wholesale scanner, because yes, BuyBot Pro now has also wholesale scanner even, and all I've got to do is just upload it and then match each column of that spreadsheet to it. So we've got product code, GTIN, we've got marketplace is the UK, we've got title is the name of the item, buy price is price including shipping even, sell price, obviously I left there, so, and then all I've got to do is save and continue. Now, what that's going to do is in the background is going to be matching the EAN with the spreadsheet and Amazon and find if it's a good deal or not. What's going to happen is when that spreadsheet is processed, you will get the information here. Instead of you analyzing all 3,500 leads, if not more, all you got to do is put it in and you can see you've got the buy price, you've got the sell price and potential profit for each item. Then it's just a matter of yourself, so reading the graphs, finding out is the rank okay for us. So obviously something with 600,000 rank isn't something that I'll be doing, is you can filter this and play around and find out what the variables that you enjoy using and think is the best for yourselves in order to get the most profit possible out for yourself. And remember, all you've got to do is go all the way down to promotions, promo code, and just simply type Nikos100 and apply it. And then next time you put an order, you're going to get 100 quid off your order with them. But again, the problem that I had was time. Anyone with a kid will know and understand that time just evaporates. So I had to put my big boy pants on and take a leap into private label. What is private label? In this business model, I sell under my own brand. So I've created a trademark that I sell under. I purchase goods from China, Alibaba, and I sell them on Amazon in the UK. I aim for at least 30% margin. So if you're buying something at £11, I would sell it between 44 and 49, and this will give me a nice 14 to 20 pound profit, depending on the size of the item. What this has allowed me to do is create a freedom of not spending all day in front of my computer screen, looking at price drops and clearest items. I can simply utilize softwares like Helium 10 to identify opportunities for new product launches, and able to sell an item 400 and 500 times a month. Imagine an item that you're selling yourself for 400 times a month with 6 quid profit. About 2,500 just for yourself, one item. So let's have a look at a proper example. You can see here we've got this drying rack. This drying rack at the moment in time is selling for £28.99. Now obviously winter is coming, so a lot more people are going to be needing drying racks. You can see the 30-day revenue, 162,000. Not too bad. Now all you got to do is take a screenshot if you wanted to sell this exact item. Go on Alibaba and simply upload this image. Now you'll find different sellers that are selling, different suppliers even, apologies, for selling similar item. This seller that I found earlier was selling for $5.60. So say after landed prices and everything, after shipping, duties, etc., £6.50. It's 0.75 at the moment in time, the exchange rate. So all we've got to do is go on a profitability calculator. We've got £28.99. £6.50. I've put freight cost at 0 because I just assumed there's going to be a landed price of £6.50. We've got a profit of £4.52. Notice how the margin is at 18.7. Really, when I'm sorting items from China, I want at least a 30% margin because then it allows me to have the advertising, etc., etc. Now, if you wanted, and this is your idea, you could go down this chain and see, could I find maybe a price and a supplier that would work for me in order for me to get to that margin. So say maybe you need it at £4. Okay, could you have it at £4 landed? Maybe it needs to be a different rack, etc., etc. But this is just one idea that I've just started. All I did is took a screenshot. Believe me, once you get into the rabbit hole of private label, you will find so many different ideas that you could replicate and be the only seller on that listing. This is why my business has gone from a 3K profit month to 10K profit month with a lot less time spent on it too. And there's no limits on the orders. I don't have to deal with other sellers, and I'm the sole responsible person for the success or the failure of this listing. On a side note, my bookkeeping has become a lot easier. I've gone from doing 20 online retail orders per day to maybe 2 per week. So a lot less invoice requests that need to be raised. If you'd also like to create this freedom for yourselves and learn how to sell your own brand on Amazon, then you can simply do it by booking a free discovery call with myself on my website. There's many pitfalls when selling on Amazon. I've spent a couple of thousand of those mistakes. If you would like to see those mistakes, the video is just there for yourselves. And please don't forget to like, subscribe. Thank you very much.